everyone, and welcome to this Crypto Angles podcast number 10 with your girl, Kelita Sahliah. Over here, we combine astronomy and astrology together and combine it with the crypto market and observe how it influences it. So obviously, I am not a financial advisor. I'm not giving financial advice. I just notice the patterns and I like to observe it as well. So what we're going to do is take a look at the astrological placements. This is my calendar. It is available if you'd like it, and if you are a Patreon supporter, then you'll get 30% off, whether the digital or the physical copy. It's up to you. So you can get this for yourself. But what we will do is take a look at what transits are happening or have happened or will happen this week, and how that could potentially be impacting the crypto market. And then we'll take a look at the technical analysis to see if it aligns and to see if it matches up with the astrological story. So welcome to June, everyone. It is a new month. This month we've got the energies of 1, obviously, 1 magnified. We've got 11 and the energy of number 4. So it's quite a lot this month. I'm seeing momentum, and why I'm seeing momentum, because let's take a look. For one, I want to point out Mars will be moving into Leo soon, but right now it is still in Cancer, along with Venus, which entered Cancer yesterday. So Mars and Venus are in the same constellation, so they are more in harmony. How can I put it? So Mars, being our drive and our passion, is towards the Cancerian energies, and our material values, being Venus, is towards the Cancer energies as well. So our drive and our passion and what we value within the material is going to be centered around what matters to us the most, and that is the Cancer. So that could be your home, your project, your business. That's what it's going to be. So your drive and your passion, and what your focus on the material, your value within the material, will be based around 4th house matters. So this is also why I'm seeing momentum moving in the market, because people want to secure what matters to them the most. So that means movement in the market needs to happen for them to be able to take profit, to make sure they can secure what matters to them the most. I'm talking about the big boy movers with this natural Cancer energy. So I am seeing much more volatility, because the market will need to move. It will need to become choppy, and then when it's starting to chop, they're going to be getting out and focusing on what matters to them. Okay, so from this week onward, I'm seeing upward momentum, to be honest. I want to also touch on this Ophuchus full moon. So it is an Ophuchus full moon, but like on the Monday we touch into Sag, and yesterday it was actually in Scorpio. So the full moon is touching through all of them, or quite closely anyway. So today is a full moon in Ophuchus. As I've said before, full moons, usually the market likes to find its local bottom. Okay, I've kind of backdated several of these Ophuchus full moons, and there have been times when price moved quite a bit within the 2 weeks after it being the Ophuchus full moon. So I am anticipating quite a bit of momentum. I'm going to put that out there from this week onward. Like, we're already in the full moon energy 5 days before, so we're here now 5 days after. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So obviously literally this week I'm seeing price will clearly find its bottom, or it already has found it, because if it's not found it, it's got the rest of the week too, but it could have potentially found it already, and it's already making its way to be pulled upwards towards this new moon in Gemini. So yes, next week's a slow week, except this is coming up, so this is going to be quite interesting. But what am I seeing now with these two. So I'm seeing volatility because people are moving towards what matters to them within the material value, the material realm, our world, and our drive and our passion is moving us towards what matters. Price is finding the bottom, or has found the bottom. We'll take a look in a bit. I'm anticipating more momentum once price finds its local bottom, its local support, getting ready to move to its next resistance. And then of course with Fortuna, how can I enter Fortuna in here? Fortuna is the one that you if you're within that energies, you bring about things that are more fortunate and prosperous for you. So that's what Fortuna is about. It is retrograding into the Libra energy. So the Libra energy it's that balancing scale. It's bringing out from this little circle, the ether, the head, the mind, and bringing it out into the plane of existence. When it comes out, it has that judgment, that weighing of the scales. So fortune, in alignment with all of the crypto, in essence, crypto hasn't I anticipated it would have reached some points a bit earlier, but it's not done it yet. So the fact that this Libra is quite creative energy, is literally what you think in your mind, you're ready for that to happen, or you aim to create that into your plane of existence. So because price hasn't done what it was meant to do for a while, it's taken time, I'm seeing that's being added to all of this momentum, this Mars, this finding the bottom, because it's getting to redo and go over what it's not done yet in terms of this Libra balancing energy. And price needs to, it's not completed, it's full bottom. It's either going to dip lower, double bottom, or just create a higher low in the overall larger scale. So because it's not done that yet, this Libra retrograding energy is coming in to go over that, to get it done. Okay, and then we have our Mercury, the fueler of money, of crypto money too, of paper money. It is the fueler of the exchange of energy. So it's however you exchange your energy, that's between thought, communication. But of course, this exchange of energy we're focusing on is music, is money. So it is the crypto, it is that water money and paper money type of exchange. So the way we will now be exchanging our money, transacting with it, etc., etc., will be of a more Taurian nature. Taurus is more stable in nature. It can still be a little bit slow. So we're not in Gemini yet. We're still actually in Taurus. So that's why things are probably still moving slow. And I'm seeing momentum definitely picking up. But honestly, we may see some parabolic movements even at the end of June, going into July. That's what I'm seeing, kind of like it's topping out at the end of June, and then July it's just doing big wick movements, trying to go past it, but it's not. That's kind of what I'm seeing, because it's still quite slow Taurus energy. And that just needs time to move. But the Taurus energy is good because it does create the stability. So it may be a bit slow, but it is stable and secure, kind of steady. It's steady and stable, the Taurus energy. So that's how I'm seeing the market moving. Definitely seeing momentum picking up. Because we're moving towards what truly matters to us. So we want things to happen so we can sort things out, in essence. So we can sort it out. We're getting to go over and creating this balance again. So price action is making sure it's getting going and it's doing it. We're reaching our bottom, and of course things are moving. How we exchange our energy is moving steady, but slow but steady, creating that stability, or that true stability, to be able to have parabolic movements closer to the end of the month. So that's what I'm seeing there. Ophuchus. Let's take a look at the markets. We're going to look at Bitcoin, XRP, and the USD. As I said, as we grow a bit more and stuff, or anyone who would like me to cover any extra gems, we can. But I don't know if you can hear my laptop, it's still struggling, so we're only doing the free for now. So this is Bitcoin on the daily. Let's keep it on the daily. Well, it's still loading all the lines. Let's just change this to a line chart. Okay, so yeah, we are on this full moon energy. So it's either like Bitcoin already found its bottom at 26.7 and it's getting ready to go up, or it's not fully found its bottom yet. Could it potentially find its bottom on this or close to this red trend line? And as I said, this range, this 20 dip into 24, but this 25k range, I don't know. The reason why I'm seeing that's still possible, because that to me would look healthy. It's like we've touched there, it touches again at a higher point, which is retesting the support of these last big movements, because it's been trading here for time. Where's this? Excuse me, that's gotta, since 2022, since summer, June 2022, we've been trading in this zone. So it's like, to retest that would be amazing, because we're kind of like in thin air right now. I don't quite know what we retested there. Nothing. So that's why it's like, if it comes down and retests this zone, literally like the tip of 24.9, but 25k would be healthy, but I don't know if it's going to do that. Well, no, it could look, it looks potential, because it looks like we could be getting resistance off this zone. So if the full moon bottoms out round about here, I don't know, it just looks better structurally, because it does look like we're getting rejected. So then that would be a drop down, even if it's a drop down to their wick, but price closes there. I'm not sure what's happening around about that zone. Maybe there's something a bit further, but that's what I'm seeing. Otherwise it's breaking through this to kind of go to the next level. But I need to see price breaking above 27.4. If it breaks above that for Bitcoin, then it's obviously continuing. But if it can't break past that 27.2, 27.2, 27.3, we can't break past 27.3, is wicking down. On the RSI as well, it looks like it's pointing up to continue past it, so it could well pass it, we don't know, or reject down off it. Let's just take a look on a smaller time frame, see if that's telling us anything different. Okay, so I can see across there. Okay, on the smaller time frame, looks like we're ready to push upward momentum. The 55 and the 200 does look like it's coiling up to make a cross, which is good on the 4 hourly anyway. That's definitely good, but it's getting past this zone. Literally the zone that it's at, was some prior resistance, so it needs to get past this zone. So if it can literally pass and stay above 27.2, that's what I'm going to keep an eye out for Bitcoin, because if not, it's just making another leg down, which structurally would still be okay. Touch on this line round about here, it's finding its proper support to then continue up. And like I says, things depend on the DXY as well, don't they? Depends on the DXY. Let's take a look at XRP now. if the DXY is looking to be pushed up, then we can anticipate a little wick down for the rest of them. XRP is looking nice. It's literally moving how I've been anticipating it to move. So it's amazing to observe it in live action. So on the daily, what am I seeing here? I shown you this head and shoulders last week. I showed you this head and shoulders last week, and that was the markup. I was like, yep, the mark essentially is 53, and it's en route to be making that. I feel it's en route to retest these areas, and on this retest, it may break through it. It may break through it, and then wants to get ready to find its bottom here. So this is why it's interesting depending on like the moon, because obviously we've got the rest of the week, haven't we, till Friday for price essentially to find its bottom. So that could be, price could either fall to find its bottom, it could jump up to find a higher low, or a lower high, no, a higher low, no, a higher high. It's a higher high, I don't know. But basically to find its next support, instead of this being a resistance. So it could still be moving in that way, push up and find its support here, or it's finding its support round about here or here to then break through after this Ophuchus full moon. Did I move the other white line? Shouldn't it be like here? So yeah, there should be a white line here. I don't know what's happened to it. That's kind of what I'm seeing with XRP. I'm liking how the 55 is curved and it's getting ready to follow. I am liking that. Let's take a look at a smaller time frame to see what it's actually doing, and we'll look on the weekly and check the DXY. Okay, so on the 4 hour with the RSI, it does look like it's getting ready to slope to the downside. What was the daily saying on the RSI? You see, but the daily, it's looking like on the daily it's getting ready to make its next leg up. So what that is telling me is that potentially the beginning of today, we could be seeing some downward momentum, a little bit of downward momentum, because it has just done a jump up, so that makes sense. So that could cover maybe for 4 hours it's continuing to the downside, and then after that 4 hour, which may bring us on the RSI to this middle level or to retest it, then because on the daily it's ready to kind of pop out. So once it just retraces a bit, it could stabilize and then get ready to continue on the daily time frame upward. But as you can see here, price has, this is the zone it needs to break through. Officially it's 52.8. Price hit it, rejected, it's touched it again, rejected, it's touched it again. It looks like this, in this 4 hour time frame, it's getting ready to do its final last little rejection before breaking through. So that's what I was saying, this is kind of looking like it's gonna have a little dip. Could it potentially dip to this low? It's a possibility, so we'll see. But I'm seeing more likely for XRP either a little dip smaller than that, or just a quick one here, and then up and out of this zone. And because it's going up and out, a breakthrough before obviously coming back to retest this zone. But I'm generally feeling to get to the whole 80 to $1 XRP needs to find support on this zone. So I'm seeing that that's what it's priming itself to do at the beginning of this month, for it to potentially find its definite support for the middle of this month, and then the end of this month it's getting ready for a parabolic move to the 80 cents region. Let's take a look. I'm going daily. I think I'm gonna put this YouTube live, not live. I think I may just, you know, put it public. I'm doing these for myself essentially, and for anyone who wants to, you know, trust and learn with me and grow, but I am doing it for myself. But I'm thinking this one I may just put online. I may put it public. So yeah, we've still obviously got this massive W pattern, and of course if that is to be filled out from the neckline to it a little bit smaller, grab it, and then that's breaking out of this zone, yeah, quite easily. We're reaching 75, and I feel it's just that extra, you know how price can sometimes have that extra like little bit of juice and gas. I feel that's what's going to take us to the extend us possibly to the 88 mark of XRP. We may get some quick wicks to $1, maybe even the highest $1.20, but if it's wicking to that levels, it's getting ready to collapse and come back down for sure. So round about after it's like comfortably past 80 to $1, I'll be like, okay, this is starting to change its direction and its course, so let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. But definitely with XRP anyway, I'm seeing that on the weekly for the RSI. I want you to have a little look here. I know this, we can move this white line only because it wasn't on the right, it was last week, last full moon or new moon, whichever. I want you to pay attention to this RSI here as well, where price is price technically is above where it was last, but on the RSI the relative strength is showing that it's lower than the volume last time. So that's showing to me as well that XRP definitely has more room to grow, and this is where we could get that overextended on the weekly in terms of this potential parabolic move at the end of June. So it's coming, something's coming, and it's getting ready to pop out for sure. But I'm just showing you, definitely on the weekly, there's more to move. There's room to move to the upside and to become oversold. So as it's reaching its, I don't know, it might get close to becoming oversold as it's around about 75, high 70s. And then when it's reaching over like 80, touching $1, that's potentially when we're seeing it in the oversold regions. But it's definitely got room to grow. It may go just below the oversold, have time to come back down a bit before doing its last parabolic leg up. So that is what I am seeing with the X and the R and the P. Yeah, so yeah, it's just this general zone now. You can see this is where we need to come out. We've got close to it, hit it again, so that's pretty much 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 moves now. So but it is going up in like a slope, like a triangle. Can you see that here? So it's coiling up and it's getting ready to pop out. Again, on the hour, it's still got a bit more room to go up and also down. So, but it's just taking a little retracement, potentially getting ready to go on up. So that's what I'm kind of seeing anyway. For XRP, like I'm seeing, it wants to find its bottom potentially. It wants this area, this zone, to become its new support. That's what I'm seeing that XRP is trying to do. I'm not really seeing it falling to like down here again, 47. Not so much. Could it? There may be a quick wick, but I'm not really seeing the need. But we'll see. We'll observe. Let's take a look at the DXY to see what it's doing. take a look at the DXY to see what it's doing. Right, okay. So the market is closed on this, so this is looking a bit different. XRP and that's still moving, but on this one the market is closed. So it's basically what Friday is saying, and Friday the dollar pushed up from being close to oversold, so that's interesting. I feel I'm still standing with what I say with the dollar. I feel it's still climbing to get to this 105 range to then become rejected off the 200 moving average. It's kind of like it's just finding a little bit of the support after 55. There's going to be like the 8 and the 10 it's possibly following, but I feel it will get rejected off the 200 moving average, and then that would push it down. So in essence, when the DXY is like close to getting rejected off this level on the daily, again that's like on the RSI that's going up, potentially being overbought or getting closer to the overbought region, so it has no choice but to retrace back down. So this is where I'm seeing crypto's making its final, the parabolic leg up and the move up. So for example, if by the middle of the month we're getting closer to the middle of June, we're getting closer to gravitate to here, the end of June, that's where I'm anticipating the crypto market to begin to make its like parabolic moves up. And if this is here at like the middle of June, it's getting rejected round about here or something, then this could be falling back down as crypto is going up. So that's what I'm seeing there. But I am seeing, because in alignment with Bitcoin, this does seem like it wants to go on up a little bit, which makes sense because the market is getting ready to find its bottom. So Bitcoin, I'm seeing it could still just wick down to that 25. That's a possibility. But obviously XRP is moving slightly different, so it seems like XRP needs to make its leg up to find a higher support, whereas Bitcoin is high enough already, and it would just be better to find its structural support just above that 25k level. So that is what I'm seeing there. There is a cluster of trading, so this has the potential as well to get caught in this band. So if that does happen, if it gets caught here whilst this moving average is coming down, sloping down, that would appear normal as well, probably a little bit more normal. So the high end of 104 at maximum instead of this 105 level, but we'll see. I am seeing the dollar when the market opens, I am seeing it go into the upside, even if it's momentarily. Bitcoin needs to find its bottom, so it either dips down a bit, and while it's still in the full moon momentum, oh yeah, it could literally be there for the whole week, and then as we move into the no moon, new moon, the no moon is pulling price upward. So yeah, so even if it's still a little bit slow this week, definitely in the teens, I'm seeing momentum picking up in terms of upward movement. And the way price is going to move, remember, because we are in this Mercury Taurus energy. Mercury is the exchange of money, and money is energy. So it does make sense for price to be moving more slower at the beginning of the week, stabilizing out to fully make its next move. So that is what I am seeing there for now. For this week, if it moves slow, I'm seeing momentum coming in, but the markets have been moving. If you've been paying attention, it has been moving, which is good. But the movements it does at the beginning of this week this month, sorry, is definitely setting up a solid and stable structure. Okay, how the money is exchanging itself and communicating with itself is creating solid structures for us, which is good. So yeah, so that is it. That is what I'm seeing for now. Temporary downward momentum, just a little bit. XRP has a little bit to go. It's either going to double bottom or just dip down, and then get ready to fully find its bottom. XRP looks like it's going to make a move today, to be fair. Bitcoin seems like it wants to dip down. If it breaks above 27.5, was it? Oh, and the battery's getting low. I need to finish this. If it breaks above 27.5, it is going, it's making its way to the upside. If not, if it cannot get above that 27.3, then I feel strongly we're wicking to 25k. So obviously good entries for trading, or just watch it, just wait. And yeah, that is it. So that's what I'm seeing for this week anyway. I hope that makes sense. I hope the technical analysis made sense and you're seeing how to potentially read charts, whoever's watching this in the future or now. But anyway, I do hope it makes sense, and I will be seeing you next Sunday with another market update. But peace out, and yeah, I'll see you next week. But anyway, Angel out. Bye.